humor. Can you use that to sell more? Of course you can. Everybody likes to have fun. It's a great way to build a connection between you and the customer and just starting the conversation off, make them feel more comfortable. So let's start off with talking about humor in a retail store. If you're working in retail, this is for you. So when a customer or client, a person comes into the store and they expect you to try to sell something. They expect you to do the best job you can at selling them something. And people hate to be sold, but they love to buy. So if you are able to make them laugh, it helps build the connection between you and them, feel more comfortable, and just makes you feel more of a person, actually a human being, compared to just a salesperson. And they're not gonna feel that you're trying to sell them something. They're kind of going to forget that. And it's just a good way to add value to people without selling them anything. Because if you can make a person laugh, that's adding value. And especially in retail, you need to make the best experience for the people coming in as possible, especially now with the internet taking so much of the market. It needs to be worth it for people, not just to turn on the computers, but actually go outside the house, get clothes on, turn on the car, drive down to the store, buy something, and then drive back. This is such a difficult process compared to just turning on the computer. And humor is a great way to do that, because if they remember your store as a store with staff that's always friendly, is always up for some fun, then they want to go there. They're not just buying the products like they would be doing on the internet. You're selling something more. You're selling fun. You're selling emotions, which is worth so much more. And if you're doing high ticket closing, B2C, over the phone or in person, you can use humor as the same I just described to help build a rapport, build a connection, and just loosen people. It makes them feel what can you say, more comfortable. It lifts some weight off their shoulders. Oh, this is not your typical salesperson, this slimy salesperson that you don't want to speak to, but you have to because there's no other way to buy, and they just want to get over with as quickly as possible. And especially if you're closing over the phone, a good way to use humor can, for example, be to if they have some background noise going on, dogs are barking, or it can be, for example, let's say mom or wife is ordering pizza in the background, like you can all come in with a quick comment like, "Ooh, is it that pizza that's ordering in the background?" Or tell your mom or your wife, I want one as well. And that helps just like you feel so much more human, because it doesn't make sense. That in their mind, that doesn't feel like you're like trying to sell them something at that point or trying to close them anything. And let's say that it's also a good way to ask a question, kind of a buffer on a question, especially if you're going into a vision. Let's say you're in a Maserati dealership. You're a salesperson at a Maserati dealership. You're sitting here speaking to this potential client. He's interested, but he's looking at other brands as well. So you kind of need to get him to tell you why Maserati is the best, like compared to Ferrari, Jaguar, BMW, all these other brands. So you might say, let's say, I like the speed of the car. Well, so why do you like the speed? Do you want it to take it to the track? Like, no, I don't do track use. That's not my cup of tea. It's like, so do you want the speed to get more speeding tickets? Like, or are you just trying to get speeding tickets? Is this to escape from the police? Like what do you want it for? Like, one of these questions can really make him just give you a smile, have a little laugh, and that helps you when he starts to explain why he wants the speed. For example, me, if I was buying a Maserati, I would say something, going on these small roads in the mountains, going from corner to corner, like just having fun, like going fast in the morning, this excitement. And you would get all of these words, and it would be so much more powerful because you don't get facts at this point, you get emotions. And emotions are much stronger because you just made a joke. And when people laugh, they're in an emotional state. Their mind becomes emotional because fun is an emotion. Having fun is an emotion. And you only laugh when you're having fun, at least if you make a real laugh. So when they start coming up with the reactions at the end of the conversation about, for example, it's the price is too high. I don't have time to go through this course if it was course you were selling. You can go back to these emotions that they were having, like mention these words that they mentioned to you. And because when they said it to you, they had emotions behind it, they feel these emotions again, and that helps them to make the decision to overcome these objections. Because people don't buy with logic. People buy with emotions and then justify with logic afterwards. But if they don't have some sort of emotional attachment, they can't see this is going to buy them a better version of themselves, they don't want to buy it from you. And of course, when using humor, you need to be aware of the situation. You want it to be fun and not offensive. So if you're going really deep into pain like you should, especially if you work with self-development or doing any kind of high-end closing, don't try to make jokes with people when they're deep into pain. Like, don't. And some people, like, be aware of what kind of jokes you can use with certain people. So I wish I didn't have to say this, but I just want to cover myself. I don't want people to come back to me, say, oh, you made me lose my job. Nah. So this was just to cover myself real quick. And if you have any things to add on to this video, like ways you ways you make jokes in a sales conversation, or how other ways that have making a prospect laugh can actually help you, put them down in the comments below. And until next time, keep crushing it.